Oh, look at that. Oh, we're going to have to angle it. It's got...
What is it?
It's a motorbike.
It is a motorbike. And this is hotly awaited, much anticipated. Look at the back. The back's got the technical stuff.
Oh, yes.
This is the latest offering from Losi, and it is the Promoto 1/4 scale RC motorbike. And the world has gone crazy for these.
Well, it's quite...
And Australia has been
impressive.
short supplied, what, 3 times now?
It's been.
Dribs and drabs. We've finally got one in long enough that we can say hello and show it to the world. This is really cool.
It's also been driven down Flinders Street.
Not this very one.
No, not this one.
Not this. This is a new one. But yes, we might have run amok in Flinders Street. I don't know. It's pretty incriminating. I don't know that you can play with the RC in the middle of Flinders Street in peak hour.
I don't know. I've got video footage which I'll share. So
I don't know who did it though.
It's got a really big image of you in it.
So
I think it's quite obvious.
Well, that's why I was a bit reluctant to actually put it after we filmed it. I thought maybe it's
very impressive,
isn't it?
Look at it.
To save us trying to do an unboxing, here it is.
Already unboxed.
Out of its box, unsheathed. Right. It's got these little wheelie bars. It's got a real chain on it.
It's got real chains on it.
It's got a real front disc brake.
Yes.
With a little servo actuated cable. So it's got a real working disc brake, and it's settable. The brake bias is settable on the transmitter.
Oh, really?
Because you can imagine this thing here, it doesn't have a rear brake, but it's just straight through the motor like an electric car.
Yep.
So it's going to have a very, very long, like you remember riding your BMX when you're a kid, you just stand on the brakes now and do a big fishtail up the road.
Fishy.
Yep. So, but it didn't really stop you very fast. It's pretty spectacular. But Losi have engineered a little brake on there. It's got a crash back front suspension. That's one of your favorite features on RC cars.
Anything that crashes back is my favorite feature.
Isn't it? Crash back front end.
Oh, is it? Really? I didn't know
So
about
it's got a,
Oh, spring loaded.
spring loaded in the front end.
Right.
And that's to make sure that you don't go and bend the forks straight up.
Right.
Because it does have proper working suspension and forks, just like a motorbike. And it is, in fact, adjustable, I believe, for damping effect and spring preload.
And the dude is like flexy, so he doesn't get any broken bones because he's got no bones.
He's rubberized.
Yep.
Isn't he? Mister, what are you doing to his head? Trying to pop it off.
If we turn around here,
it's malleable.
I'm going to go on the top camera and just show people this chain because it's pretty impressive.
It's got, what was I going to say? It's got actual replica Dunlop tires, which is cool. They don't have air in them. They have a foam insert, I imagine, of some sort. So Dunlop tires, Renthal sprockets. So it's a brand of sprockets that obviously they got license from.
Oh, okay.
And they've got these synonymous with the way that it's cut.
What, the cheese holes?
No, the tooth profile.
It's
got these reliefs to get the mud out of your sprocket.
Oh, right.
Because when you're all you squish all mud in there. So the Renthal sprockets, I don't know, fillet it, if you will.
Yeah.
So the dirt comes out.
It.
And usually not usually, but you can get them in all anodized all colours.
Right.
7075 anodized chain wheels. But yeah, it's got a proper steel chain, working chain.
Well, there's the disc brake, cross-drilled brake.
Yeah.
The other thing too is across here, it actually supplies you with a whole bunch of pills to adjust the tension, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, and this keeps the axle straight and B, the chain at the right tension.
Yeah.
Because it will, like a real motorbike, stretch and move over time.
Yep. And clothing on the rider is actually fabric.
What would you expect it to be?
Hey? I could have been painted on.
He doesn't ride. I saw you on your push bike in the city last week.
Did you? What was I doing?
Riding naked.
Was I?
Yep.
Me and all my mates.
Some of them. I don't know that was all of them. just your naked bicycle riding mates.
You know, when you just got to be free and
let it hang. Down Swanson Street, wasn't it?
Well, yeah. I saw him going down Collins Street.
When you were overtaking them. And we've got a hinged rear guard because it does wheel stand this thing. Yeah, that's right. So it saves bending and buckling the rear mudguard. Really nice suspension. It's got a big gyro in it, a flywheel.
Yeah, you hear it spooling up.
So it's got like 2 separate motors, one to drive the chain and one separate motor that powers up big weight in it to give it a gyroscopic effect.
So it's always trying to straighten itself.
Yeah, so it won't stand up at a standstill, but from walking pace, it does. And you can ride it around. Like you need probably 5 meters probably to do a U-turn, I'd say. But yeah, it's really cool. It's got really cool dynamics, and I love it. And people have gone mad for it.
Haven't they?
The Losi Pro Moto quarter scale. And this is the last one. This one's actually comes with a battery and charger and everything.
Ready to run.
So battery, charger.
It's got AA batteries in it too.
AA battery, everything. So it's really good that Horizon Hobbies have come to the party there. Trying to figure out why the Losi branding, because it was sort of, I don't know, always their performance buggy arm or something, but yeah. So performance motorbike range.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
And you can get all different liveries, different tires. You can get Proline whole shots. And anybody who's raced a buggy in the past 30 years will know the name whole shots. So if you're using it on like a scale RC track, yeah, Proline whole shots, and they do a super motard or a road tire for it as well. So you can just change the tires at will.
Something different, isn't it?
Yeah, they're just glued on like an RC car.
It's not the first time bikes have been around, but I mean, I think it's the first time an off-road bike, like a trail bike, has been made with suspension.
No.
Have you seen it before?
Yeah, Master Joe used to have a Venom.
Oh, really? They made one?
A Venom one, yeah, and it had the gyro in the back wheel, and it would spin up as you were riding. Wheel? Yeah, it would spin up from the rotation of the wheel.
Oh, so it's fully mechanical?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, so it wouldn't spin up at a standstill, but as you were riding along, it would would spin, and you could change the weight of the gyro, so you could change your handling characteristics. And in road bikes, Master Joe actually had a Thunder Tiger, which was nitro.
Yeah, there were quite a few of them.
That had no gyroscopic advance at all.
No?
No. So like the Kyosho, what are they called, hang-on riders and stuff like that?
Yeah. Well, they had weights in the front, in the wheels, on the little Kyoshos, yeah.
So anything they can do to add that gyroscopic effect, keep it upright, and just add like a rider aid. But it's really cool. It's got like 3 riding modes on the transmitter. There's like dirt, wheelie, and road mode.
So I guess that'll be the settings of the gyro.
Yeah. No, I think, it's the setting of the torque limiting, and because it's got all axis control, so you don't flip it backwards all the time.
Right.
Oh, so it'll get to the balance point and pretty much hold it there.
Right.
So, yeah. For somebody who's experienced at driving RC cars,
yes,
it's a little bit alien because there's a lot of safety nets.
Right.
So it doesn't feel like you're fully connected. But I'm sure that there's a lot of tuning aids and stuff that you can work around to get it going really good.
Well, very cool.
That is a Losi Pro Moto. So come in store, check it out. But I bet it's probably sold the others by Monday. It's the last one we have.